don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
Offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Start doing push-ups, bro. Like 5-10 every day.
It's just
We're live.
I've only been to a gym once in my life.
What a great way to start.
I dropped someone off and I had to go into pee.
I was just there in passing.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning show. It's Wednesday. We're here. We have news, or maybe we don't. George says there's not a lot going on. I think that's probably a lie. I think George is just confused about what news is. He thinks that if it's not happening on the hill in Quebec City, that there's no news. Meanwhile, there's tons of news. There's a whole world out there of news, George. At the console, he Poseidon 6'9", looking like a fucking...
Oh, he looks so good today.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. I think
He looks...
Thank you, George. I appreciate it.
You know what he looks like? Okay, imagine Andrew Schultz for a second.
No.
Okay,
no,
wait.
Yeah, okay.
Then imagine Andrew Schultz didn't take care of himself at all, and his mother was half Latina, half Mongolian. Poseidon.
I think he looks very good, bro.
I appreciate it, George.
He's matching
Phil
his
is
black
just
shoes,
jealous.
his beige socks with.
I like the shirt. I'm not against the
khaki
shirt.
pants.
The shoes, I know they're in style now, but I'm not a fan.
Loafers have always been in style.
No, I mean like these chunky
the
loafers now.
thickness.
With
I don't mind it.
the thickness.
The only
bro.
reason I got them like this is because I like loafers, but the thing is they're very uncomfortable for me because usually they're very thin, they're very narrow, like the sole, and it hurts my feet. These are chunky.
You heard
That's the
it
only
here
reason I
first,
got
people.
them.
Narrow soles bother him. Thousands of things that could, but it's narrow
The
soles.
gold
doesn't
watch.
it?
I like the ring. Look, he looks like he's going to church after this.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my cross like this.
Yeah, maybe not like that. The man in front of me, he has Politiquement Parlant. Also, he's celebrating La Saint-Jean, the fête nationale. And as a historic Anglo,
I didn't even know
I
this.
don't get to celebrate it. I'm not allowed.
You should.
But I still get service in English, which is cool.
Yeah.
My name's Phil Valbanos. At valbanos.com, you can find out about me. And George's links are in the description so you can watch his other podcast,
Hold on,
which is blowing up the internet, I hear.
let me show you.
Pooh.
No, don't show the people. We're having a different conversation now.
It's too late.
Okay. Can you lift your foot up? No, eh?
No one asked.
That's it. That's all you
He
get.
pulled something. Did you hear that ripping sound?
Let's see how long it.
Fucking. There goes his meniscus. I don't even know where the meniscus is.
You
George.
got it in frame for literally a second.
Me too. I'm gonna show my shoes the whole show.
Look
for
at
no
that.
reason.
Look at that. What's going on, guys?
That's
You know, a little of this, a little of that, a little
of
itchy
this.
from all the fucking flowers. Gamoto.
You know,
No,
we're
by
saying
the way, don't forget patreon.com/Pantelis.
PantelisComedy.com for all the dates. Pantelis is going to be a very busy guy this summer.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Hold on. Our talking is interrupting his button pressing.
He's gonna be very busy. So look into those dates. Get your tickets if you want to support him, and show up to the shows, man. It's gonna be a fun summer.
I
for
might
him.
even be there.
I might be shooting some pics.
As long as it's before 7 p.m. because I get every time I try to come to the English nights at like 8:30, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I
shit.
can't do it.
Yeah.
It's the whole bedtime routine, bro. Getting the kids to sleep, I'm tired after.
But don't you want to just be out of the house before the bedtime routine? That way you just leave it to your wife.
It makes an excellent point.
Yeah. Take care of it, honey. I have somewhere to be at 7:16. You know.
Yes and no. I mean, yes. Sometimes I want to just outsource that to the wife. But they've been so sick the last couple of weeks. It's
Your
like
kids
I
are
need
always
to be
sick. I don't understand.
Yes, they're fucking. There's a kid in her. Okay, look, I'm not gonna name any names. My little one.
Yeah.
There's a kid in her class. I don't know what the deal is with the parents. I think they're like creepy religious people.
Oh shit.
This kid is always fucking sick.
So
Like he's always coughing
zero
up
vaccines,
fucking.
probably zero.
I don't know if he
medication,
has
one
his
of those.
vaccines. I don't know, but like for example, this morning I was walking out and the kid was walking into the building and he was coughing up a fucking pleurosis lung. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
What happened?
No, keep
I'm
going.
laughing at what you're saying.
Oh, you're laughing at me? I thought you were reading.
No.
I was like, what I miss? What I miss? So he was honestly pleurosis lung. Just and he's little and he's like bassy. I'm like,
God damn, when he
So,
reaches 30, bro.
the mother kneels down to him and I'm like, okay, she's gonna check on him, maybe take him home. He shouldn't be with my kid. And she pulls out a little Ziploc bag and inside there's like a little cross and a little cotton swab of oil.
fuck.
And she starts
Oh,
saying a
come
prayer.
on,
And I'm
man.
like, these fucking Jesuit fuckers.
You're joking.
They're Jesus people. And it like the other day I walked into the school and he was just vomiting in the hall. I'm like,
Oh my
There's
God.
no way they're just leaving this kid just fucking.
I mean,
vomit.
the rules in Quebec for CPE are like if the kid has fever, they send him home.
You don't bring him, yeah, or they send him
They
back.
send him back. But if he has like a runny nose or a cough, which all kids have all the time,
Yeah.
you can't really do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, the allergies. First of all, I never used to get allergies.
Allergies.
Poor
Well, we were
kid.
talking about
Seasonal,
before, yeah.
Yeah, I've been fine for
never,
weeks.
and it's like maybe the last 5-6 years. And the first two of them, it caught me like really by surprise. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I sick? My wife's like, you have allergies, dude. So then we started.
I remember
getting,
the first time I got seasonal allergies, and I came home and I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but like I couldn't wear my contacts. My eyes
Yeah.
were swollen. I was like, Dad, I think I have a sexually transmitted disease. He's like, what? I'm like, you need to take me to the hospital. He goes, you have allergies. I'm like, oh, is that what? Oh, what do I do? He's
My
like,
son-
take this.
Yeah.
So he gives it to me. I'm like, whatever. I leave. 3 hours later, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I feel fine.
See, me, they
My
don't work-
son, you have AIDS.
They don't,
Yeah,
they don't,
that's
work, they
not
don't work that
funny.
well for me.
That
What is that?
makes
You take
sense.
Claritin?
No, I take honestly, this year I haven't taken anything. I find it hasn't been bad this year for me. But I know the season's bad because my wife is all swollen and itchy
Yeah.
and stuff. And she's pissed off because she hasn't had allergies for years.
Yeah.
But knock on wood, it seems like my allergies have subsided a bit. I'm not even taking the nasal spray, nothing. But this morning I woke up and I was like, take my eyes out. Like, I couldn't get
Yeah.
my,
I was
I put in my
stuffed this
contact
morning.
this morning, George, and it made a sound. It went, like it adhered to my eye. I was like, that was oddly satisfying, but that can't be a good. Like now I'm blinking and they're sticking. It's, I don't know, something.
Anyways,
Was there
are you
semen,
guys looking forward to the
in
summer?
the lenses?
He just says things.
I don't know what he said.
It doesn't matter.
Said, was there semen in the
Yes,
contact?
There
of
was a
course.
lot of
In
it,
my
a lot of
hermetically
it.
sealed contact lenses, I opened them first, I masturbated into them, and then I put them in my
He
eyes.
doesn't use a solution.
He doesn't use common sense.
He puts jizz in a little container.
Yeah.
Puts his contacts
Makes
in there.
sense.
Jizzy View dailies. You never use Jizzy Views.
You guys have plans this summer? What are you guys doing?
This is it, George.
This is it. Eh?
This is it. Balconville.
But you're
and,
gonna do stuff. You told me you're gonna go
We might
around
go to like
here and
honestly, if I don't leave the province, it's
province.
just like a day trip to me. Like I don't consider it stuff.
there. Yeah, like a weekend thing, probably.
Oh, we're gonna
New
go to
York or
Quebec to the
something.
aquarium. We said we
Yeah.
might go to Toronto. My wife really wants to go to New York, and I refuse to go in the summer because I've done New York in the summer.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable. It's
Oh,
too
it smells
fucking.
like garbage.
It's just one big urine stench,
Really?
and it's just too hot with kids to like go around in the subway.
Yeah.
Like my mom's like, "Oh, well, come too. We'll drive around the city." I'm like,
Drive?
We're not driving around Manhattan." She's like, "What do you mean? You can drive?" I'm like, "When was the last time you went to New York?" She goes, "I think it was 1978." I'm
Come
like,
on.
"Yeah." That was the last time my parents went. I think no, she went once with my dad. But like, my mom thinks you can drive around Manhattan. I was like, "Nah, we're not doing that."
well, you could.
No,
You
no,
just,
it's
that's
it's
that's
stupid.
all
You're
gonna be
wasting
doing.
your time, yeah.
That's all you're gonna be doing.
Look, Soho and stuff, you can drive around. I've done it. But like in the core,
No, you're stuck.
you're stuck. Yeah, you're not moving.
I think I went down there with a car once to meet Mike and Pantelis, and we were I think we were in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
So that's fine. You could drive around. It's not that bad. And
Brooklyn, you can
especially-
drive around, yeah.
Especially residential areas.
Lower
and
East
everything.
Side, you can drive around if you
Yeah,
want
I think
to.
that's where it was. But even us, bro, when we wanted to go on Manhattan
On Manhattan, yeah.
to Manhattan, we took an Uber, bro.
Obviously.
I was
Which
like,
is not even smart because anywhere you are in New York, the subway is great. You fucking.
I've never been to the subway because specifically for what you said that it stinks and it's dirty, so I never even
No,
trusted
it's
it.
fine.
What we did last time we went with my wife and we
There's
we
a
had
bunch of crackheads.
We had Emma. She was like a year old, not even. I don't know. We had a little
Stroller. You okay?
And what we did is that we took this package for the weekend for the hop on, hop off buses.
Oh yeah. I've never done those.
So it was
Not,
cool.
I've done them, but not in New York.
I mean, they give you a map and they're like, "Oh, this is the tour that you're gonna get." I'm like, "Fuck that shit, man! I'll just want to know where can I get the bus from."
yeah,
right?
you get on and off. It's
Yeah,
free,
so
free
anytime,
transport.
so anytime we would come, we'd just hop on. We had our little thing, and
Yeah.
that's it. You know, we would get around.
I have a great hop on, hop off story. When I was on my honeymoon, we're in Barcelona, and we did the hop on, hop off Gaudi, like the tour.
Yeah.
Hopping on, hopping.
Yeah, I got you. He's an intrusive thought. That's what he should get. He should get intrusive.
Hopping on, hopping
You should just
on.
get a tattoo under your mustache that says no filter. You just say stuff.
Yeah. So you did the Gaudi tour.
So we're doing it, whatever. We've seen like La Casa Bayo, and we go to Parque Güell, and we do all this stuff. And my wife is exhausted. It's like day 7. We've just been going. So we're on the hop on, hop off. On the top, it's open.
Yeah.
And she falls asleep with the tour thing on her
Oh,
ears.
nice.
So I switch it to Japanese. And it starts to drizzle a bit, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she just goes, "What the fuck is-" And she throws the earphones off the bus. Because the guy's like,
What the
fucking Japanese translation is just aggressive.
Oh, that's funny.
What a bad trip
Oh,
that must have been
jeez.
for her. Yeah.
I
But
can't-
yeah, it was useful.
I
Like
don't,
we
I
got
don't
around.
know who told me recently that they have the hop on, hop off thing now in Athens. And my first thought was, where the fuck does that bus go? Like,
do you
how
mean?
can it go? Oh, there's so little. Like in Athens,
Yeah, it's true.
like you can barely
Well,
drive with a
Athens-
car.
Athens has buses, like city buses.
Not through the little streets and shit.
Well,
know,
no,
like,
you hop off on a little photo and you hop on.
No,
back
because
in the
there
same one.
they told me that they do a tour like around Theseo and shit, Placa. Like, where the fuck does the bus go there? Anyway,
Theseo. I mean, yeah, it's pretty narrow around there. What's that little neighborhood between Placa and Theseo where it's like it doesn't have an official name, but it has a name? I just can't remember. I don't remember. It's like
one
behind
was like-
Sidakma.
behind Sidama, like we're behind the gardens.
Anyway, we're not gonna get into this now. Yeah, behind the what? What's happening?
Kolonaki there,
I'm
no?
just doing something stupid.
What'd you do?
That's okay.
What did you do?
What'd you do? I'm
Just-
curious
it's
now.
Okay, just keep going.
Well, no, I'm gonna stop the
Every
show. I'm
time I-
halting the show.
Every time I yawned, I kept cutting to me
An idiot.
You know what's amazing
to show
me?
how boring your conversation.
You know what's amazing to me?
That's funny, bro. That's funny.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna let you into my mind for a second. You have Poseidon. By all definitions, a waste. Right? Through Pantelis' perseverance, grind, talent, and hard work, he's lived a fairy tale life. He's been slightly taught a skill that most people would want to know. He's okay at it. And he squanders it.
Oh shit.
Like you have no business. I don't even know what to say.
Your brain is so small, you can't even understand what I'm doing and the way people are.
I
enjoying
think
this.
it was pretty funny.
That's how small your brain is. But it's okay. Continue the news. Since you want to insult me, I'll insult you right back.
You're squandering things. That's what you're doing.
I'm not squandering anything, bro. People are having a
It's funny.
great
It's
time.
entertaining. It's entertaining. Yeah.
Yes.
Why
you a
F1
mood killer
F1
like this?
weekend? Or do you guys?
I went to F1 once. I found it to be loud because I was
Yeah.
sitting on the hairpin.
You actually went to the race?
Yeah, I
Well,
went
I've
once.
never
I
been.
got tickets with Gigi, actually. He's probably in the chat.
Yeah.
And we all fell asleep at the fountain at Jean Trapon. We all got really nasty sunburns. But only on the front because we just dozed off. We were like, I don't know, stoned or drunk or whatever. And then I went home. My dad's like, what the fuck happened to you? I'm like, everything hurts. But only the front because we just chilled and we laid back.
I've never been to the race.
It was, it's interesting. I'm not really into
I
racing.
used to go like downtown with all the festivities and all that stuff.
That I always
used to
hated.
enjoy it, but now I don't want to be close to that.
Too many humans.
Oh, yeah. Humans.
Ugh. Yeah, there's a lot of humans.
It's impressive. Do you remember when we almost lost the F1 to Toronto?
For the E car instead or something?
no.
Formula E.
No, it was a whole thing about financing and everything. It was a couple years ago.
I think we should
Montreal
lose
almost
it. Teach us a lesson.
I don't think we should, man. I think
No,
it's
I don't
amazing.
think it'd be good for
Yeah.
us. I think we should lose it to learn a lesson.
What lesson?
I don't know what the lesson is. I'm not sure. Quebec's been doing stupid things and I'm upset.
Yeah, but which is why we should keep these things. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. But we should call it F1.
F1.
F1. You know, because if you say F1, like F1, it's like fun, right? But fun is English, so it doesn't work.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where do we go,
Sorry,
guys?
my brain is just so small, right? Like I can't comprehend things.
I don't know. Let's start this off fun. Silvio Berlusconi died in Italy.
Silvio Berlusconi died?
Yeah.
Yeah. My hero, this man.
Really?
He
One of
died.
my favorite Berlusconi like news clip like sound bites I've ever heard was, I don't know, it must have been like 2004 or 5. He had just been reelected, and they were interviewing people on the street, and a bunch of people were like, "It's fine," and it's Italian, right? So I only understand bits and
Yeah.
pieces. And I just this old woman like 80 out of the blue, they ask her, and she's like Berlusconi, and she mumbles a bunch of stuff in Italian, and then she screams. All I understood was "No democracia, pornocracia." I was like, "This is amazing. This is the greatest soundbite ever."
This guy was a huge fucking player, though, bro.
He was a
Like,
pimp.
infamous fucking parties, gangbangs, and this is all,
I get him.
Yeah.
Life can be down
and
sometimes.
it's all documented.
He's irritated me to the point that I can't do the show right now. Honestly, that's where I'm at.
How
Yeah.
old are you, bro? Ella, get to the news, boys.
We are doing
This is the news, dude.
But
Silvio,
you keep
like
cutting
a
to yourself.
former
stop.
prime minister
okay.
of Italy. Yeah,
George.
that's it.
Wow, wow.
there
And
was
then
a
I get
story-
criticized.
Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about certain things that happened last week, but it happened after the show. So, but we need to go back. One of which is the fact that David Johnston last week resigned as Justin Trudeau's special rapporteur, who in his
Well, for those who don't know, like what special rapporteur basically his
nobody
friend
knows. This
who-
is a
his
brand new,
friend
this
who he
is a
put in-
brand new fucking
Okay.
position there that was created here. No one knew exactly what a special rapporteur is or does. His main task was to look into all these allegations of foreign interference in Canada.
Right. So Justin Trudeau chose a friend to look into the stuff he may or may not have done. Gotcha. Keep going.
Yeah. So and he came out and or was it last? Yeah, I think it was early last week. Said that there's no need for a public inquiry. I mean, there's no
good.
surprise that this is Justin Trudeau's friend. Close ties.
It makes perfect sense.
A lot
Is he
of
going to run again, Justin?
I think he will. Yeah.
He'll stick
I
around
hope
now.
not.
No, I think he will. But I'll tell you a story about that after. So there's a lot of pressure. Obviously, the opposition obviously wasn't in favor of that decision. And on Thursday last week, he sent. I think it was on Thursday. Yeah, he sent. He made a statement saying that he will resign, given the fact that the opposition clearly doesn't support his work and all that stuff, and doesn't want to create any more ruckus in Parliament.
Okay.
The question is this: did you not know this from the fucking get-go? From the beginning, from day one, when Justin Trudeau mentioned your name, the opposition wasn't in favor because of the close ties that you had, number one. Number two, because you were a former administrator of the Trudeau Foundation, so you were smack in the middle of, you know, wherever this whole story started from, right? The Chinese donations to the Trudeau Foundation. Like, you were involved in all these things. How can you be neutral in a situation like this? So he knew this from day one. David Johnston from the first day should have said, look, given my past, my history, the links we have, and with the Trudeau Foundation, I cannot accept this mandate. Thank you very much, and that's it. What's happening now, and for those who don't know, David Johnston is widely respected across Canada, former Governor General, an enormous career in the public service. In general, very much respected. This guy just ended his career on the worst possible situation that he could have ever imagined. Like he put his name, his credibility, his reputation on the line for a fucking idiot prime minister that we have. All for what? For him to come out in the end and say, sorry, I can't do it anymore. And it's not just Drew that looks bad, it's you. And it's too bad because he doesn't deserve this. For the career that he's had, he should have just finished his career on a high note. Instead, Justin Trudeau fucking destroyed this guy's reputation and credibility, and it's too bad. And mind you, it's not the first one, right? I mean, let's not forget Stéphane Dion. Remember Stéphane
I
Dion?
remember Stéphane Dion.
Stéphane Dion, who, for those who don't remember, was a longtime MP. He was elected out of Saint Laurent in Montreal. And in 2015, when Justin Trudeau got elected, the first thing he did was to fucking get rid of him. He told him, "Look, man, I think I need you. I need you to represent us abroad." He sent him as an ambassador to the EU. I think I can't remember where, and that seat freed up, and they got whoever they got. We're not going to go down that path in Saint Laurent. But yeah, what is Justin Trudeau's problem with these? With these people and like ruining their jobs, their reputation.
Which people, George?
Well, Stéphane Dion, like all these guys that have done a huge service to Canadians, regardless of the political party that you're in. I mean, you can't neglect.
I just saw the article you sent this morning. I didn't read it.
Yeah,
that's amazing. For those of you wondering,
we're gonna get it. We'll get it.
Oh, it's in there because I just checked like while you were talking because I was so bored I couldn't function. I looked for better news, and I realized there's like in the last 12 hours, there's been 2 massive, like maritime accidents of refugees off the coast of Greece. Like, like far apart from each other too. Like 178 dead, like boats capsized. Yeah, but and then I saw what you sent about the priest.
So anyway, just to finish on this story now.
Yeah, I didn't know you still had more because I stopped
but at least it isn't little boys.
Just to finish on this story.
You don't know.
It's grinder. You have to be 18 plus.
You have to say you're 18 plus.
For what?
No, they ask for proof, don't they?
I don't know. You would know better than I would.
Well, no, Tinder, like it asks.
I've never used a dating app. I was married before they were created.
Because Tinder, it asks for selfies and shit, your phone number, email address.
They need to validate. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. It's possible. I mean, we might as well just say it. A gay priest has been apprehended or
he's been
accused of using gay dating app Grindr.
But how is that an accusation?
By the Lord
like, who gives a
himself?
shit? The guy's using a gay dating app and he's a priest. Big fucking deal.
He has the big hat. He's one of those priests who can't have sex.
Actually, I have an idea. You know
No,
what? He's
what
not
is he?
actually.
Greek
I have a
Orthodox
theory.
priest.
I have a theory.
He's a priest.
I have a theory.
Maybe he's married too.
I have a theory.
No, but if you're a priest,
he's not actually gay.
He's converting the flock.
He is going behind enemy lines,
Interesting.
literally, to convert gay men into straight men.
You think that's what he's doing?
He's
So
trying
he's going-
to
he's
cure
going
them
undercover.
of the gay.
He's going undercover.
He's going undercover.
That's a good point. He's going undercover to see which people in his
The
village.
publication claimed
Undercover, under the covers.
Hold on. under the Rassos. The publication claimed it had obtained surveillance video recorded by a private investigator, which begs the question: who hired the private investigator that showed multiple men visiting Father Christodoulus in his home in Adelaide? The report.
Yeah, and these.
That one of the men confirmed that the person he met was the priest. The profile photo, that doesn't say anything here.
Yeah, and these men, Phil, came out cured. Okay, cured of their
sin, of their sinful ways.
Sickness.
Maybe it's possible he sucked the sin right out of them.
Oh no, you're right. He's high up there. I thought it was just a priest because I read the title. He's an archimandriti. Okay.
An archimandrite. That means he can't be having sex with anyone.
Yeah.
Because Greek priests, unlike Catholic priests, which is a great marketing tool because they fuck less kids, but less, are allowed to be married. Orthodox priests, right? So they get their rocks off, if you will. And this guy, he's not one of those priests. He's an archimandrite, whatever the fuck that means.
He can do.
Means he
whatever
can't do the
wants.
sex.
He can do whatever.
They're basically the mob, but gayer. That's what the church is. It's like gay mob.
No.
They wear dresses, funny big hats.
It's traditional. It's
It
traditional.
is a sissy mafia, yeah.
It's a sissy mafia.
Yeah.
They're gonna come for me, huh?
Yeah.
Come. Come suck the sin out of me,
They're
bro.
gonna come on.
Come.
No, but, you know what? Whatever, man. It was a stupid. I said it just for
It's
for
a
the
funny
laugh.
story. It's a hilarious story.
It's a hilarious story.
Because I like that he's old and traditionalist and gay and conservative, but he's like technologically
Advanced.
adept enough
Yeah.
to use Grindr.
Exactly.
Bro, gay is a powerful thing, bro.
I wonder what is Grindr. Does Grindr have names or is it just your name? Or is it like
no, you can put like a username and you can hide your face and shit.
what was your username?
Big Dick Tony.
Oh, Big Dick Tony. That's
Yeah,
right.
you know.
Yeah. Hey, what Big Dick Tony? Big
Fucking
Dick Tony.
Pantelis, bro.
Such an ironic name.
Okay, and the other thing that
See
happened
what you
last
did
week,
there, you piece of
we're
shit.
gonna get back to actually. Let's finish up with Ottawa because after this whole
Let's
thing,
not. Let's just pretend like
hold
we
on.
did.
'Cause This is the hypocrisy, man. Because after the resignation of Johnston, yesterday I think, or earlier this week, Monday, the Bloc Québécois came out in a bold move and said, "Listen, enough fucking bullshit. Okay, we need a public inquiry. Here are the names that we recommend as the commissioners, right?
Okay.
And really credible names, respected across the board. Do I have them here? I don't have them.
It's like, what's it called? Have you seen, what the fuck is the show called? My brain stopped. I'm sorry. The Star Wars show.
Which one?
And I can't remember his name. Andalos. I want to say Andalos, but it's not
Anakin.
Andalos. No. The fucking, oh my God. My brain.
Andalos.
Andalos.
That's a fucking penis.
Somebody help me in the chat, please. No, not Mandalorian. Not Mandalorian. The other one. The one that's a prequel to Rogue One. Andor. So have you seen Andor?
No.
Okay. So in Andor, it's like spies and stuff, but the government's corrupt. So you have this one government official who is like working with the empire, but she's also like funding the revolution. You see how non-important this is because it's all scripted? That's how I feel about what you're talking about. You're like in a bold move. What bold move? It's all just a bunch of little pieces
No,
they
they
move
came
around.
out and said, look, this is what we should do. But here's the... Look,
Like, I won't have
Bloc-
these conversations with you anymore if you don't admit that it's all theater.
The Bloc Québécois did their job. This is the theater now.
I was making a point, guys. I was making a
Dominic,
point.
so you have Dominic Leblanc now. He's the government leader, intergovernmental affairs. He comes out and says, let me just find it because this is fucking ridiculous.
I'm sure it's very
Okay,
ridiculous.
so he goes,
Nerd.
he goes, you know, we're happy. He goes, we're happy to see that the opposition is finally serious about foreign allegations in Canada. We're happy. We're happy to see them finally engaged and wanting to collaborate with us. And yeah, we're going to take these names seriously. And, you know, our doors has always been open to the public inquiry. We never said no to any of this. But,
It's wide open, huh?
yeah. But the issue was that there was this...
Like the gay priest.
yeah, there's reticence from the opposition to take this seriously. We're the only government and the party, obviously, in Parliament that took this seriously enough. Now that we're seeing this move, who the fuck are you trying? Like, who are you kidding over here, man? Are you out of your fucking mind? Is this the card that they're gonna play now? Now that the opposition is serious about allegations in Canada, let's move on forward to a public inquiry. Is that the card they're gonna play? Like, are people gonna swallow this shit?
Does the face I'm making look like I give a shit? I'm trying. I'm really trying, huh? Because you keep talking about. It's been like 12 weeks. You're talking about the same story. There's never new news. It's just a bunch of little
this is
sound
new
bites.
news
It's
because
not
I mean,
really,
it
though.
seems now that the door is open, we're probably going to get a public inquiry into foreign interference. The other story, which is probably going to interest you a little bit
Why
more.
are you fucking fighting with the viewers?
Bro, today I woke up and chose violence. Because I'm defending George.
What are they saying, bro?
What they're saying
He's
is
like,
gay
the
again.
hypocrisy is us acting interested week after week about political issues from a guy that approves the raise like what gave his buddies. I'm like, if you don't enjoy watching the show,
Bro, hey, hold
That
on.
what?
Hold on
Sorry,
a second.
read that again?
Hold on. Delete your comment. He
What?
brings up an excellent point.
What is he saying?
no, but he's encompassing everyone else. Speak for yourself. If he doesn't enjoy the show, anyways, keep going.
I have to say, I'm with Jorge on this one.
Of course you are.
I'm with Jorge on this one.
I do approve of the raise.
You're such a dumb shit.
No, the thing is, it's normal to have disagreements. So he approves of the raise. We don't, obviously.
Well, I don't. It's not that I disapprove of the raise. I disapprove of the fact that George believes in the raise. I'm disapproving of George.
No.
Because I think George has all the fixins,
No, I
all
think-
the makings.
I think it was fully
of a
justified.
human being. But really, he fights every day as a battle between the life he led and the life he lives.
Yeah.
Okay. And every day he's trying to undoctrinate. And I bust his balls, but I love George.
I can tell you.
I want him
I can
to
tell you,
de-brainwash himself.
I can tell
We're
you.
trying to deprogram him.
Look, I've told you guys, and a lot of things we can't air, and even stuff that we do air, all the crap and bullshit happening behind the scenes, which is fine, and stuff that I'm comfortable with. But because I've lived this situation, because I know, what their job consists of.
You've been embedded.
No, that's why I.
No, I mean, you
think
were
it was-
embedded in the lifestyle, yeah.
That's why I think it's justified because I'm telling you, I know from the outside, people look at politicians like, these fucking idiots. They do nothing. They don't work. And yeah, a lot of them are fucking idiots. I understand, but it's a very demanding job. You're away from your family. You're traveling fucking 4 days in the week. You're living out of a suitcase. And I think that salary is justified. That's all I said. You can disagree, and it's fine. But unless you know what they do and the lifestyle they have, Anyway, changing topic.
Oh, we know their lifestyle. We know their lifestyle very well.
Let's go to another story. Again, this happened last week, so obviously we couldn't say it in last week's episode. Last
Sorry, I'm still following this thing that's happening, this drama he's created.
who gives a shit?
It's
fine, he disagrees.
I was just gonna laugh. Like now, Olga's like so happy because he sided with her. She's just like, oh my god, Poseidon.
I like Rosalie's reason for tuning in. She goes, "I'm coming back only to watch and listen to men arguing." I can. This is very honorable.
But we rarely argue.
We're always arguing. We're always arguing.
All we do, you
We're
just say
literally-
things and we shout at you.
If we wouldn't argue, there wouldn't be a show.
Oh man.
When Pantelis here, the arguments are better because you're getting it from both sides, like the gay priest. And then every so often he goes so far into something crazy that I have to switch sides. And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I'm with George now.
Okay, let me get your opinion on this thing now. So last week, we found out that the Minister of Tourism here, Caroline Proulx,
I was so excited for a second. Go on.
hold on. She canceled this event that was scheduled to happen at the Centre de Congrès in Quebec City. It's kind of like the Palais de Congrès here, but it's Quebec City.
Yeah, but Montreal being the better city, we get a palais and they get a centre. Gotcha. Yeah,
Centre de
little
Congrès,
center.
yeah. So, and that event, the reason she canceled it is because it was an event it was like an anti-abortion event. Okay.
So she canceled the anthem. So
She
was
canceled
it a
the
place
event?
where people can go get abortions?
No.
No.
It was
It wasn't like a mass abortion event.
It was people that are pro-lifers.
Oh, pro-lifers,
against
okay.
abortion, which is their right. And she canceled the event because there's a general consensus in Quebec where we're pretty much all
Pro-abortion.
we're pro-choice. And she
I
canceled it.
hate that term pro-choice. It should be pro-abortion.
Whatever. Anyway, so she canceled it because it's a public space. The government funds it, and because of public space, in her opinion, only events should happen there that are in line or in tune with the government's positions. So
Does she not understand the definition of public?
yeah, exactly.
She's very confused.
Now-
or government,
now-
maybe.
I saw this happen, and look, guys.
What the fuck?
No, I'm trying to get my thought organized. Now, personally, I'm pro-choice, and frankly, I don't care what people do.
I
but
think I'm pro this. It's not important to the
yeah,
conversation.
do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. No. That's not what I meant. I mean, whether you're pro-choice or pro,
It doesn't matter.
It has nothing to do with this conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the point is, where the fuck does the government come off saying, you know what, you clearly don't agree with our position, our policy, so we're gonna cancel your event? Like, who the fuck are you?
The government.
Like, what are you doing?
This is a
So how are you
classic
going to
example
decide-
of
and this is-
the
yeah.
government has forgotten its role. Its
yeah.
role is not to have an opinion.
And
It's to
the-
express everyone's opinion.
All because it's happening in a government-funded public space.
So what kind of event was this? Like a rally?
It was a
or-
conference, whatever. They invited people
They were
to
just
come.
gonna discuss.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't like a protest.
No, it wasn't a protest. It was an organized event. They had rented the conference room. They were going to have presentations. I don't know what they were
Whoever
going to do.
rented that space and was
They're suing the government.
Yes, that's
they're
exactly what
suing.
should be
They're
happening.
suing the government.
Absolutely, that's
and
not allowed.
100% they're going to win. They're going to win 100%. And it's ridiculous. Now,
Isn't it ironic that the pro-choice people don't want you to have a choice in what you believe?
yeah,
Interesting, right?
Exactly,
Isn't
right?
that fucking hilarious?
So it's ridiculous the fact that the government did that, and what's even more ridiculous is that it's coming from the CAC, the government that in the beginning
where's it
wanted.
coming from?
It's coming from the CAC. Like,
I'm never gonna get over I feel like he did that just to make Anglos laugh. He's like, look, I'm gonna fuck up your whole life, but I'm gonna give you the CAC. You have it. You have it forever.
yeah, exactly.
But so long as I'm here, your life will suck, but you'll giggle once a day.
So
Fucking liberal.
this is the government. This is the party that said we're gonna fight wokeism. Dude, this is the fucking definition of being woke. Oh no, you're against us.
I don't know if it is
It's
the
fucking
defini- I
retarded.
understand what you
and
mean,
you know
but
what
I
else
don't
is
know if it
bad?
actually
You know
is.
what else sucks in this situation? That every fucking party in the opposition applauded the decision. Everyone was like, "Yay!" The only party that actually stood up and said, "You know what? Hold on. We think we may have acted too quickly."
Who?
The Parti Québécois. The Parti Québécois.
Interesting.
And they actually came out the day after. They tabled the motion and saying that we need to protect fundamental rights and freedoms as prescribed in the Charter of
fucking
Rights and
scares
Freedoms.
the life
And
out of me.
it was rejected. It was rejected because
scares-
the CAC, the Liberals, and Quebec Solidaire voted against it. And I'm talking to a lot of these idiots.
But like Legault has played this line, like I'm gonna fight wokeism. We're actually kind of conservative, but they're not. They're neoliberals, like in the purest definition. They're they're a nationalistic neoliberal party.
Okay.
That's what they are.
Yeah, okay.
They're way more dangerous than the CAC. The CAC. Sorry. CAC can be dangerous. Ask the priest. They're way more dangerous than the Parti Québécois ever was because they don't pretend to be a sovereignty party, but they're a nationalist party.
They are.
Right?
Yeah.
At least with the Parti Québécois, I knew where I stood. They hated me, and they were honest about
it. Yeah, the
it.
comparison you're making is to Union Nationale with Duplessis.
I wasn't making a comparison.
Well, it was ideologically, politically, that's what it was.
Oh, you mean,
the Union Nationale. Back in the 50s.
Or Dumont, even?
Dumont was like a conservative.
Leftist conservative.
It wasn't
though,
leftist at all.
What do you mean?
No. Dumont was right wing.
In terms of how he structured the government, he wasn't a libertarian. He wanted bigger government, Dumont.
No, I'm not sure about that. The thing that
He was a socialist, man.
No.
What are you talking about?
Dumont,
Am I confused?
Yeah. The ADQ. No. First of all, the CAC.
Wait.
The
okay.
CAC was formed by the ADQ.
I retract. I'm sorry. I was thinking of someone else.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is what happened.
Yeah. My bad.
And
Fake news.
So we did this whole thing on our podcast on Politiquement Parlant, and I have a bunch of guys from the Liberal
You
Party.
and Wahib.
Salim.
I'm gonna get it one day, guys.
Wahib.
I've never met the guy. Once I meet him, it'll be Wahib's a good name, bro.
Wahib
Stop.
is a good name.
It's a good name.
So anyway, so we did a segment on this on our show, and I get all these messages now from liberals. They're like, "Oh, come on, George, what are you talking about?" And I'm like, "What are you fucking stupid? Look at the party's name, the Liberal Party of Quebec. You're supposed to represent." Our rights and freedoms. That's it. C'est le Parti des Libertés, and it's in your.
I don't think liberal has meant liberty of any kind in a long time.
The former liberal leader Claude Ryan had written a book in the early 2000s to kind of guide the liberal members, and he identified 7 main characteristics of the liberal party, like who we are exactly.
Okay, yeah, what were they?
And one of them was libertés individuelles, like individual rights and freedoms. This is who we are. This is the party
This is why I fight with Pantelis sometimes. Well, we argue about it, how the terms left and right, we should stop using them because they don't actually make sense anymore. Because like parties that you would traditionally be considered leftist parties, they're not.
Right.
The second you take away individual rights and freedoms, that makes you a leftist party.
Right.
Yeah. But people assume that makes you a right-wing party because everything they assume...
Both are correct, though.
Both can be correct. But like when people think of the Nazis, they're like, that's hardcore right-wing
It
nationalism.
wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was hardcore left-wing
Exactly.
nationalism.
Yeah.
Mussolini's government, probably the fascist movement, probably more right-wing.
Because when you look at the
Because it didn't have
extremes, it's the
the
same thing.
centralized-
Whether it's extreme left or extreme right, essentially it's the exact same thing.
With the exception of how the government is structured.
Right.
So bigger government is leftism.
Yeah.
It's to the left.
Yeah.
But most people assume that bigger government is a right-wing thing. It can be, but it's not.
No.
Totalitarianism, where does it fall?
Right.
The spectrum, the circle spectrum, it's not really apt.
Yeah.
Maybe in the 50s it was still, maybe even the 40s, I don't know. But nowadays it's like, it's either a party that respects you or doesn't. Like that's the spectrum.
So anyway, so this is happening.
Like, and this example is a prime example of the government said, we the government, not we the nation, the people.
Yeah. Us.
Our party.
Not even the government. Our party.
Is there an English equivalent or French for like communisme?
Partisanship, I guess. Or
No. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they're so ingrained in their parties more than they are the government itself.
It's partisanship.
No, partisanship. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But it's just this like weird fucking creepy like our party
I was shocked,
doesn't
man.
agree with this. So the
Yeah.
public space that's funded by all of you, including you pro-choicers, you can't come here. Not for a protest, for a debate.
Like, look, I'm not saying that I'm shocked that this decision was made. I'm shocked that it was made by the CAC because everything that they've wanted to represent since the beginning has been completely the opposite of what they did.
But they're liars.
Of course, we found out that they're liars.
It's not like they did it by. They're like, oh fuck it, we're not doing what we wanted to. They're doing what they want.
Ridiculous. Now think of this. Now, so their argument is it's in a public space. The government funds it. The government controls the public space, and we decide. First of all, that's completely wrong. Okay. And secondly, what's going to happen tomorrow in a theater that gets that gets government subsidies, that puts up like a satirical play against the government? What are you going to do? Because it's against your political line or your agenda, you're going to cancel the play?
I mean, if you look at it historically, what will probably happen is, do we have any uninhabited islands in the St. Lawrence?
L'Île d'Orléans, I think.
Perfect.
Is that the one that has all the caribous or whatever it is?
Great place for a black site prison. Right? You put the hood on them in the night, bam, you made a play, didn't agree with the government, We don't know where he went. We didn't take him.
They
The government
disappeared.
says.
But
Next
it's
thing
very close. You
And
can
he
probably
lives his whole
swear-
life on a fucking like Macron, so right?
Yeah,
like classic totalitarian regime
Right.
tactics.
Right.
You just disappear in the night.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. There's a prison there. I'm saying it. Internet. Get the satellite image.
It's
I have a story
underground.
for you
It's
guys.
underground.
Oh,
You
it's
can't see it.
underground?
Yeah. It's like a
Get the fucking lidars out.
I have a story for you guys.
Yeah, sure. News story or like an anecdote?
News story.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Father fakes his own death to teach family a lesson.
Oh,
and
I saw that
shows
come up.
at funeral and helicopter.
In a helicopter,
So the
that's
guy
badass.
faked his own death.
What was the lesson though
I
he
saw
tried to
the.
teach?
I saw the.
He was trying to see who who actually cared about him. What happened?
No, Olga said Orleans.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay,
that's a bit
fine.
disturbing though. He wanted to see
So he
who
faked
would.
his own death.
Yeah.
And he got his wife and his children were in on it.
Okay.
And he faked his own death to see who would show up to the funeral to see.
I mean,
who
you gotta be
cared
fucking
about him.
stupid. Not to
I
do
saw
that.
the headline and I was like, this seems like an idiot doing
There's a video
idiotic
about
things. I'm sure there was a video about it. Let's go to Twitter a second, just for a second, since he went and grabbed something. So, any big news? Quebec. Let's see what it says. Quebec. Okie dokie. I'm gonna read it like an old man. No, there's an Indian guy jumping in the water. It's not big news. What's this?
That's very
Forced
big
into maid was conspiracy theory. 85-plus-year-olds. Oh, do you have this in your thing? Medically assisted suicide.
You talking about the bill?
They're
in
saying
Quebec?
how the chatter about 85-plus-year-olds being forced into maid was a conspiracy theory, which I hadn't heard this theory, but the fact that they're saying that,
Forced into what?
medically assisted individual death or whatever it's called. I forget what MAID stands for.
Really?
But they're saying it was a
Oh.
conspiracy theory. The fact that they're saying it's a conspiracy theory makes me believe that it probably isn't, but I don't have any facts. I'm just guessing. Justin Trudeau is at a train station shaking hands with people. The little potato visits his party's scorched earth in Quebec. The little potato. That's amazing. Trudeau and Mendocino knew Paul Bernardo was being moved.
Okay, that's the story that I have for
Hit
Paul
it.
Bernardo. You know who that guy is, right? Paul Bernardo.
No, he's the son of Raul Bernardo.
Oh, I have news from the Babylon Bee.
Babylon B is not real news.
Shh.
Paul Bernardo back in
Biden Institute's call to gay prayer 5 times a day facing San Francisco.
I don't know what the fuck.
That's funny.
That's so
That's actually funny.
That's
It didn't
so
merit you interrupting both of us, but it's funny.
So for those, we were still young. I mean, I had to read up on that guy because I don't ever remember this guy's
I don't
name.
remember Paul Bernardo
So
at all.
in the early '90s, this is the guy that he murdered a couple women and.
How many is a couple?
I
Like 2?
can't remember how many.
Or
and
like
but
12?
then there were some those stories of underage girls that he had sexually harassed and then killed.
He was a minister of some kind?
No.
No?
2 girls, 15 and 14, yeah, in the early 90s. This is all happening in Ontario. So this guy was imprisoned in a high security jail. I think it was in Ontario, and they're moving him to a medium security prison here in Quebec. And all hell has broken loose. They're like, what the fuck is happening? This guy's a guy with that kind of record. I mean, why the fuck would you be transferred to a medium security prison?
Well, how old is he now?
I don't know. He's 58 now.
Okay, how dangerous can he be?
I don't know, but still.
Okay, so they're moving him, and people are mad about it? Is that
And
what's
people are
going on?
mad at him. They're pressuring Justin Trudeau to refuse the transfer. But Corrections Canada has nothing to do with government. They're kind
It's
of
not like the U.S., yeah.
yeah, they're kind of independently ran, and that's it. I mean, they have reason to believe that he's not the guy that he used to be. He doesn't belong in a maximum security prison anymore, and they're going forward with a transfer. So I'm not so sure if the government can actually interfere in this case. That's it about that's.
But why are people so mad? Like,
Because of the story and because of everything around Paul Bernardo and
so he's a murderer, and they're moving him to a different prison. I mean, it doesn't, like, I don't know the story, so maybe what he did was so heinous that this guy should rot in the worst kind of cell, maybe.
yeah.
But it doesn't seem like...
Whatever happened with that? Whatever happened with that?
what
I
happened?
just read something so stupid.
Okay.
Whatever
Let's hear-
happened with that
hold
young
on,
guy?
I want to
on.
hear it. Let's hear it.
So some porn star posted a tweet. She goes, "Highest age you had sex with? Go. Mine is 84." Somebody writes under 19. I'm 15, by the way. Somebody else comments, "You a victim." The guy goes, "Cap." And the guy goes, "Fuck you mean cap, bro? You got raped." Look, it's really funny when you read it. Hey, you asked me.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't interrupt
You
this
laughed
time.
so wholeheartedly. I thought it was going to be funny.
Look, it is funny.
Well, you did interrupt with your laugh.
Oh, come on.
Your little ha-ha laughed.
I did.
Yeah.
I
You
ha-ha'd.
You guffawed.
I go guffaw.
Yeah, what happened with that guy? Remember that young kid that killed, and it was an Asian guy. He killed him and like in pieces, and he called the cops and he delivered the pieces, and they picked him up somewhere in Europe. What was his
The
name?
Montreal.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What was his name?
What was that kid's name? It was
It
like,
was like a block from my house.
It was a couple years ago.
Oh, it was a long time ago now. There's that great documentary
10,
about
10
him.
years ago at least.
Maybe 12.
What the fuck was his name?
His name is. I'm not gonna check the chat. I know it.
Is it in the chat?
Luka Magnotta.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
What the fuck ever happened with this guy?
Luka Magnotta's in jail. No,
Here.
I guess I heard that the Unabomber died.
Yeah?
Kaczynski died in prison.
Yeah, and they're thinking that he may have committed suicide.
That's fine. I mean, I would have preferred if he lived a longer. Like when people do really bad things, I don't want them to die. I want them to stay in jail and be bored out of their fucking minds. But whatever. I mean, it's fine.
Someone says he's married in jail.
Oh yeah. I mean, to take a criminal like Luka Magnotta, a known gay, right? Who his crimes were based around his homosexual needs, right? Same way you would like you wouldn't take a pedophile and be like, you did some bad shit, I'm putting you in a juvenile detention center.
yeah.
Like the guy's like, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you should have put Luka Magnotta in a women's prison. Like that would have fucking taught him a lesson.
Right.
Because then there's no dicks there.
Yeah.
Well, there might be now. Yeah.
There might be.
But like it's not a good it doesn't fit the crime.
Right.
Well, it fits the crime. But you understand what I'm trying to say?
Like you're doing him a favor. It's like, oh my god, all that penis for me.
It's like taking an obese guy and saying you're a disgusting fuck. You stay at this buffet. And he's like, "Rum, rum, rum, rum."
For life.
Forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Living his best life. But I don't know what the deal with Magnotta is now. Like
Anyways,
that
it
guy
just-
was fucked though, man. He cut people up in it.
It was one guy that he killed.
No, it was more than one guy.
No, it was that one guy that he killed, and then
I thought he killed
cut
two
him up in
guys.
pieces, and he delivered it to the cops or something
Hey,
like that.
yo, pull up Luka Magnotta victims. I know he was
He had
fucking with
multiple
cats.
victims?
I don't remember now.
I think it was one guy, and he filmed it.
Yeah, it was one
fucking
guy.
weird. I thought it was two guys.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
But either way, one or two is disgusting.
It's still.
But he killed a bunch of animals before.
He was
That's how they
practicing.
caught him in the documentary. They talk about he became infamous online, but unknown who he was for like animal cruelty. He like
Yeah,
fucked with a
just one
cat.
guy, John Lin.
Okay. He filmed the cats too. Yeah, that's right. Why did you watch it, Rosalie? Yeah, the documentary is called
Because
Don't
she
Fuck
loves
with
to
Cats.
watch men arguing.
Let
watched
me
him
let me
kill
ask you guys a question. Let me get the news here.
How is this my life?
Oh, where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. There is a pilot project that
right,
that is underway and that could
Don't you mean is it in Quebec?
yeah. Well,
Projet pilote.
yeah, projet pilote.
Projet pilote.
It's for municipal elections, and it could go into effect as of 2025. And some municipalities will give people the right to vote electronically. It's a first, right? To
Okay.
vote online
Like municipal election.
for municipal elections.
Right.
So they're
Lower
trying
stakes,
it
I get it.
out.
Lower stakes, yeah.
So
Well, it's true.
They're going to try it out. I'm not sure exactly how many cities will be participating.
Any of them listed? The ones that will be?
Trying to see here. I don't think I remember seeing any. No.
They're probably going to start, with smaller cities, I guess, to test it.
Yeah. Hold on. So yeah. No, it says 20,000 or more residents.
So George hasn't done the research. He's just reading the headlines. It's fine.
No, no.
I mean,
dude, there's so many articles that I go through.
I mean, I kind of get the whole idea of voting electronically, but I would much prefer if it was used
it would scare
differently.
me. Like, look, part of me thinks that, you know what, we should fucking finally evolve, right? I mean, there's so many tools that could be available to us that could make, you know, the election night so quick. Like, okay, what are the results instead of waiting 1, sometimes even 2 days, you know, depending on the
Yeah.
countries. But something inside me tells me that it's not trustworthy to vote online. Like,
But
how
it's
do
not
you
trustworthy
fucking...
to vote, period. Like,
So-
think about it, really. Like, you go vote,
Yeah.
right? Your ballot, from the time you cast it
Yeah.
till it gets counted,
Yeah.
there are steps. And I know there are safeguards in those steps. And there will be digital safeguards here. But at the end of the day, someone wants to fuck with it, they can. It can happen. And they can
could.
get caught.
It
and
could.
you know?
Let's just say that, you know, we're privileged. I don't know if that's the right word. That the fact that in Canada, at least, it's not as intense as it is in other countries, right? The voter fraud and all that shit. You know,
I mean, that we
does it
know of.
happen? Probably it does. You know, I don't think anyone would come out and say 100%. nothing ever happens
Sure,
wrong.
there's some tampering
There's crooked
or
shit
some
happening.
coercion
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't know if it makes a huge difference in the
Exactly,
because the way we
exactly.
vote doesn't make a difference.
Like, look, I've been there during elections, and I've seen them. Sometimes they grab a ballot, and you're thinking, "Oh, that vote is clearly indicated." They're like, "No, look, I see a little, another little line in the other box. They voted twice. We're scrapping it," kind of thing. And you're like, I think the intention was pretty clear. Like, so there's a lot of shit like this happening.
Whereas with the digital system, the intention would be super clear.
Exactly, number one. But number two, I don't know, man. With all the fucking brainiacs out there that can fucking hack this shit, can it be trusted?
Nothing can be trusted.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, no,
to
at least this,
The
you
only
know
thing
that-
you should have to trust is the system and its safeguards, which we don't, and that's why we don't trust anything else. Right?
The only advantage here, in the system that we actually have now, of course, you would need to have so many people involved and volunteers just looking at every single ballot, which is never the case, which is probably why some are being rejected.
So Mark just said you can use the blockchain technology is great for voting because it's a virtual and publicly accessible encrypted ledger. So it makes sense.
I don't know how that shit
look,
works.
we're not going to get into
Yeah.
blockchain, but blockchain probably is a good solution for like I think we should.
So it's
when
totally encrypted,
You know when
nobody
they
can-
vote on malakis in the house, like stuff that seems
Yeah.
insignificant,
Yeah.
like Bill C. 11.
Yeah, they have an app now that
Bill
they
C.
do.
11, Bill
which is
96.
cool, right? I mean,
I don't mean them. I think we should all vote for that stuff. Like they're like Thursday,
Oh, cool.
Thursday direct democracy.
Yeah,
Thursday
there's
we're
a motion
passing
in the House.
This internet bill. So right now, what did we have to do? Call your governors, call your call your senators, call your MNAs. Tell them you don't want C11 to pass.
So
No,
direct
but that
the
doesn't
people.
change anything. They don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I want to vote. I wanted the ability to vote and like a vote that actually mattered to my future.
What if one party has the ability to mobilize more than another, and instead of having just citizens on their own going to vote, you have all the party mobilizing its partisans, its
Look, man,
militants.
you're a Canadian citizen who's of legal age to vote.
Yeah.
You buy a phone in Canada, it comes preloaded with this app. It has to. Canadian law.
Yeah.
When there's stuff that needs to vote,
You get an alert.
you get an alert. You have to vote. Make it a responsibility, not a right. Not for elections like who's going to be in the seat, but certain things that are considered important motions, they should that affect everyone equally. They should be fucking. I mean, I'm saying this, but at the
You know
same
what I
time,
think? Yeah.
I also don't trust other Canadians because I think some people are the majority of people are so fucking uninformed and stupid, and they've drank so much of the Kool-Aid that maybe I don't want them voting.
Yeah.
But then I have two options, and they're both bad.
Yeah.
What's my good option? Get into politics? No intelligent people get into politics.
Yeah. Like, how many people do you still think support Justin Trudeau, even though you fucking hate his guts?
A lot of them. I see it on Twitter. They're
course.
like, my prime minister, the only thing he's destroyed is 2 consecutive conservative leaders. I'm like, suck a dick and die. Honestly. What are you saying? Like, how anyone in this point in history can look at Trudeau's tenure, or whatever you want to call it, and be like, this guy's doing a fucking bang up job? How anyone can look back at the convoy and praise Trudeau blows my mind. Like, I'm not saying I agree with the truckers and everything they stood for, but like
the way that
I
was managed,
disagree
the way it was handled.
wholeheartedly with everything Justin Trudeau did. And then how he caught COVID.
and left.
I can't come out. I have to go. I have a COVID.
I was at
Sunday.
my sister's house this weekend. My parents were there as well, and I don't know how the conversation came about.
How's your dad feel about Trudeau? I want to know.
My dad hasn't cared about him. I think from his first mandate, he understood that what a buffoon. So I'm not sure what he votes. I don't even know. He probably just
Your
votes
dad
anything.
is a known leftist.
No, he's not a leftist.
Your dad was a crazy leftist.
He's not a leftist. I think my dad, like many people, appreciate the whole socialist idea, like the ideology of what it
He's
means.
a bit of a leftist.
But when you talk to him, he comes out with these things. You're like, shit, bro. Like, fucking line him up or shoot him, kind of thing.
That's just because he's old.
So we're
I have another news story for you
yeah,
guys when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
done.
go ahead.
When we're done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're there, and we're talking about the central bank increasing the.
Shoot him.
We're talking about the central bank increasing the taux directeur,
Yeah.
the whatever the fuck it's
The
called,
interest rates.
and
No, not
the
interest
base,
rates.
the base, yeah,
the
whatever,
prime.
yeah. And we're talking, we're like, fuck, people are gonna get screwed. Everyone whose mortgage is coming up in the next 2-3 years, they're fucked. How are they gonna make it? They got their mortgage, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, when it was like around 3%, and it's gonna be up at 7 now. How the fuck are they gonna make ends meet?
For some people, that's already happened. You know that, right?
For sure, it happened. It happened to us.
Well,
for the condo.
you know what I've been watching now? Foreclosures. That's what I'm
Yeah,
shopping.
yeah, for people,
I'm like,
yeah.
all you guys that overextended and thought you were gonna outbid me for these houses I wanted.
I mean, it's
now
still
you're
not-
going bankrupt.
I mean, it might help you because you're going to get a lower cost, but then I think the bank now, they don't just sell for whatever it is owed.
I mean,
they sell it at market value.
I went to see.
so
a
I
house.
don't think it changes anything.
That's why the city brought up the market values too, the property values. I'm sure that's why they did it. Also,
maybe in any
But
case,
like, I went to see a
think you-
house.
Yeah.
and there was multiple offers on it, and they all fell through. And I'm like, what are the odds that everyone lied about their financing? Like,
Right.
it's not. No, what's happening is the bank's like, yeah, this house is not worth $1 million. Sorry, we won't give you a mortgage for it.
Right.
It's happening now. With the interest rates being so high, they can't take the risk. They won't
Yeah.
expose themselves.
No.
Dude,
And that very same phenomenon
But you
is
know
what's
the thing
fucking
is-
me because
Yeah.
I'm an independent worker. I don't have a. I don't have a
curious.
space
I'm just curious because I had a lot of friends that were bankers that were telling me even back in the day when interest rates were like at 1.52 on a variable or even 3%.
Those were the days.
The best. But still, the banks, when they were doing the background, when they were evaluating your mortgage, they weren't taking into consideration 1.523%.
Doing like
They
a
were
3 or
evaluating
4.
at 5-6%.
But that's just
maybe
how
around 5.
pre-approvals work. That they still do that.
Yeah, no, but I'm wondering now if the real interest is at 6%. Are they evaluating you at 8-9?
Well, I know from my pre-approval, I think our interest now it was like 5.1 or something. They pre-approved us at like 6.5.
6.5.
Like it's a big difference.
Yeah.
So because the stress test too, right?
sure.
They want to see.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're talking about that, and I'm like, fucking Chudo this and fucking Chudo that. My mom's like, stop talking. What did he do? Who else am I gonna vote for? I'm like, Mom, are you crazy, man?
She just doesn't want to know.
She
doesn't
doesn't.
want
She
the
doesn't
stress.
care. She's like, he's our prime minister. Ours. He belongs to her. He's our prime minister because he gets elected in that writing. And her argument is like, you know how rare it is to elect an MP and to have that same MP be the prime minister? It's an honor for us. I'm like, what am I doing in this house? How is this happening to me? I'm like, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
Who cares?
We're all gonna fucking lose our house and move back in with you. That's what's gonna happen.
And then you can all be. Then he
Blinded.
can be all of yours.
Blinded.
Yeah, like this.
Blinded. And she's not the only one. There's like
No, of course.
thousands.
My grandfather asked me the last election. He goes, "We have to go vote it." I'm like, "Who you gonna vote?" Maybe I vote liberal. Maybe I vote other guy. I'm like, "Who's the other guy?" I don't know. I go, "But you're blind. You can't see." He goes, "Your father's gonna come with me. I'll just." I don't care. I'll be dead soon. I was
my
like,
God.
"That's a good."
That's a good thing to do.
Thank you for taking my future into consideration. Yeah.
What was your story?
Jocelyn Chia, do you guys know who this is?
No.
So she's
Jocelyn?
a comedian, U.S. comedian, and she had a joke about the Malaysian flight MH370.
The one that crashed there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now people laughed. It was funny, but Malaysian, what are they called?
Interpol.
Sorry, Malaysian authorities gave her picture to Interpol to get her arrested and bring her to Malaysia.
No, that's not what happened. What they're doing is Malaysia has been very, very. I vaguely heard about this. So Malaysia, it's one of those like sore spots for them, right? What happened, the disaster, and they're petitioning Interpol to find Jocelyn Chia over a joke. Wait, to find or to fine?
to find her.
Oh, to find her. Oh, you were right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it said fine.
100%. No, to find her, and because they want to arrest her.
She says she
And-
publicly stated that their reaction to the joke is ridiculous and overblown.
Yeah.
I wonder if this will. I wonder if they'll act. I don't think Interpol's gonna get. First of all, Interpol, this is not their purview. Like this is not what they do.
No.
Interesting though, eh? That they would have the nerve to do that.
For a joke.
I remember I saw this clip
So,
of a
some
German.
of the stuff they got mad over it says it's quoted, open quote, Malaysian Airlines going missing, not funny, huh? Some jokes don't land. This joke kills in Singapore.
Oh fuck! Those are solid little zingers. I
yeah,
like
exactly.
It. I like it.
You know.
They're not even
So-
that bad.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the joke that didn't land.
but I've heard people do some
I've
variation
heard darker
of
shit
this.
than that.
Yeah, or
Maybe not
variation
in
of
Malaysia
this.
though.
I remember when that accident happened.
No, but hold on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I remember I saw a clip a few weeks ago of I don't remember his name. He was a German comic in like I want to say the 50s, 60s, and he was doing this bit in Germany where he's like hip hip, and they're like hurrah, and then he was doing a bunch of these other like known German expressions. Then he goes whatever hip hip this that up down sig, and the whole audience goes heil, and he goes whoa, whoa, whoa. I see a lot of former comrades here. And it just goes to show, like, you can do dark humor.
sure
And
you
it's not
can.
even dark humor, but this
No.
is like 8 years after the Nazi regime
Right,
fell.
right,
So
exactly.
it's pretty fucking risky.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, I think it's funny.
Of course.
If we can't laugh about the bad shit we did, what's
No.
the point? We live in a sad world,
Yeah.
It's sad. It's not
is.
like the 90s was the best it ever was.
You think the 90s was good?
Maybe the early 2000s, up until 05.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Because like 03 to 05 were like some of my best years. We had the Euro too. It was great.
Yeah, man, it was nice.
Went to Greece then. Just chilling, no
I left.
responsibilities.
I went to live there.
Yeah, you were
Fucking
living in
amazing.
Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
those
was
were
nice.
good times. Then the internet got too fast.
It
That's what
blew
happened. Yeah, it blew up and everybody became addicted to porn.
Let me ask you guys a question.
It's a serious problem.
As
apparently.
as a parent, and well, you're not a parent yet, but
He's a parent. He has a little cat
Yeah.
or something. No?
here's the story. There's a little conflict happening now between Justin Trudeau, so Ottawa, and New Brunswick Premier, because it is almost kind of, official policy for students that are in high school. If in school, like if they're under 16 years old, basically, right? Under 16 years of
Okay.
age, and they go and in school they want to change their pronouns, or it's a boy, but in school they want to be recognized as a girl or whatever. That situation. It is pretty much all across Canada official policy that the school doesn't tell the parents.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So New
I
Brunswick.
think that's kind of weird, to be honest.
It's very strange. So here's what's happening. So in New Brunswick, the premier is changing the law and says, look, forget about that. That's not going to happen. If you're under 16 years old, and this is what's happening,
You're the parents'
school has a responsibility
the
to
parent.
identify the parents as quickly as possible, and the parents then can do whatever they want. If they want to accept that, that's fine. I mean, we're not interfering in that in that field.
It becomes a slippery slope.
But we
though,
can't hide this shit from parents, So Justin Trudeau came out attacking the premier and saying that approach is as far right as it can get, like he's playing the whole woke card. And I'm a parent, and I'm not saying that I'm against if ever my daughters would want to transition or whatever, I would think of it seriously, but I'm not the type of parent to be like, no, you know what I mean? I'm very open-minded. If that's how you feel or whatever, let's just discuss. But I want to know that the point I'm trying to make is that I want to know and I want to be aware. If I
I'm
find
trying to
out,
picture you in that situation.
Yeah.
She's like, Baba, call me Emilio.
yeah,
And you're like, what?
yeah, of
You go
course.
straight to the psychiatrist. Straight to the psychiatrist.
No, but I'm gonna seek whatever help.
No,
from
you
whatever
have. No,
resources.
I'm not even joking. You go straight to the psychiatrist. You need to assess: is this woke culture permeating into your kid, or are they suffering from something?
Yeah,
because it could be one or
is
the
it
other.
Just a fucking thing. Just a fucking phase.
Yeah, be Mario for a week. That's fine.
just-
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. So whatever. But I want to be aware. I want to know.
Just please stop fucking, pissing standing up. You're getting the bathroom.
yeah. So, but I want to be aware. I want to know. So I agree 100% with what the premier in New Brunswick is doing. And what I don't understand is fucking Justin Trudeau's problem. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I think that families should be aware. And I don't know, are you afraid that they're going to, I don't know, block their kids from transitioning or create issues or whatever? It's their business. It's what happens in their homes. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
look,
mean,
so here's what I was going to say.
but to go as far as to say that that's like far right
No,
ideology.
nothing Justin
what's wrong
Trudeau
with
says
you?
makes sense. He just
Yeah.
says things to get his camp activated.
Yeah.
They're like, those are racists, misogynists, and they go nuts. That's his whole thing, right? Like you said, I didn't want to get the vaccine, for example. He's like, you're a misogynist. And you're like, bro, I'm talking about a vaccine. He goes, you transphobe. You're like, what the fuck? Is this guy alive? Or is he just like a recording on a loop? Here's the slippery slope. What happens if the parents, and I support a parent's right, especially under the age of 16,
Yeah.
to know what's going on with their kids. I don't think it's the school's responsibility to assume that
Right.
role, right? But what if the kid's gonna cop beatings at home? Like, that's why everything's contextual and everything should be case by case. I don't think these big portmanteau policies make sense, because if you have a kid who's like, I want to be she at school, but please don't tell my parents because I tried at home and they're beating me. I mean, that's a different situation.
Yeah.
And I know I'm using an extreme situation, but I'm trying to use that because everyone's like, oh, those are extremes. Those are extremes. Like people who would be for telling the parents. Yes, they are extremes. But I think parents being uncomfortable with this and wanting to manage this at home as a family, that's probably the norm. So if I went to school and I was like, hey, I'm here to get my daughter Leia, and someone was like, "Oh, 1 second," they're like, "Leo,
Yeah.
your dad's here, bro."
Yeah.
I would be first of all, I'd be very embarrassed because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I looked like a stupid parent. And I would be like, "What the fuck? How could you keep this from me?"
Yeah.
It's like my kid vomits at school every day. They're like, we didn't tell you because they didn't want us to tell you."
Yeah.
No, my kid's vomiting every day at
It's
school.
a
You should
serious
tell me.
fucking issue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's fucked up. That's why I like that she's in a private school, because as a parent who pays and as a client, I get to know everything. Right? And I mean, it's elementary school. It's different, but like, is this for elementary schools or high schools? High schools, it becomes a different situation, I think.
Well, it's under 16, so
Yeah, so both schools.
it's up until Sec 3, I guess.
Sec 4,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Depends when.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Justin Trudeau is an idiot who said an idiotic thing because he's an idiot and he doesn't understand the
Yeah.
problem. Like most things in life, he doesn't know what's going on.
No, but you know what? Well, you know what troubles me?
But the premier, like, what's his party stance? Like, where do they fall? I'm curious.
I'm not sure. I think New Brunswick, they're conservatives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, but I don't think it can be
You
considered.
want to check that, Poseidon? Michael
Check what,
Higgins.
sorry?
Michael Higgins, what's his
Put
party?
Michael
What's-
Higgins,
what's
New
his
Brunswick.
politics? I'm curious. Not that it makes a difference, because I don't think
I just
saying
don't know if
a
he's
parent,
I think it's a conservative party.
for a parent to say you have rights as a parent, I don't think that's a very conservative thing to say.
What
know what I
bothers
mean?
me, what bothers me is that you can be fully in support of this trans movement and the trans rights, and also
Support parents is right
yeah.
to know
Hold
thing.
on, bro. All I'm getting is Michael D. Higgins, and it says His Excellency Michael D. Higgins. I don't know who this is.
just put New Brunswick Premier.
Michael D. Higgins.
Yeah, like you can.
I read an article yesterday
You can be in
about
both
some
camps. Like
senator.
you don't have to be so fucking categorical. Like
Did you see
say-
that thing with Megan Fox?
Oh, Michael
on that
Higgs.
of the Higgs boson?
Did I say Higgins? Sorry,
you said
Higgs.
Higgins.
Yeah, Higgs.
What's his party called?
Oh, Higgs' attack on Trudeau bears hallmark of New Brunswick premieres. I don't know. Hold on.
Go to his wiki page while we talk.
Sorry,
Megan Fox came out and slammed
Blaine Higgs.
Oh, you got the whole name wrong.
the whole thing, bro. Because I
What's
was
his first name?
Blaine.
George.
Oh, come on, bro.
Bro, not
I
even
saw,
close.
I saw the journalist's name, bro. Michael Higgins is the journalist.
Did you see this thing with Megan Fox where it was a senator in the States or whatever he was? Starbuck or something.
Progressive Conservative
That's
Party
it.
of New Brunswick.
Okay, there you go.
Progressive conservatives. They're progressive.
That's Brian Mulroney, yeah.
Yeah, Megan Fox, apparently people are saying that she forces her sons to dress as girls and like a picture surfaced. I don't know if it's real. And then I read her rebuttal. I'm just trying to find it. I read her rebuttal. No, why did I write Meghan Markle? Megan, sorry. Her rebuttal doesn't really say she's not. That's the weird thing.
I stopped, honestly, any interest. Not that I had any to begin with, but with...
Stars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
But because a politician got involved, I was like, what's happening here? Munada, though.
Well, listen, if I had that many surgeries and a bucket full of makeup on my face,
Oh
you'd
man,
probably...
I remember when she first came out, she was
in the
same.
Transformers movies.
Yeah.
She wasn't the same, but...
I mean, she looks older now, but those are her sons, right?
Those are boys? All three?
I mean, I don't know if they would identify as boys, but they're boys apparently.
With lipstick and everything. Okay.
Well, the two just look a little emo. That's
What?
fine.
What?
But then there's the one wearing the one
who's
saying,
this?
fierce, strong girls. That one's questionable.
Who's
the
this?
outfit.
Are you
Megan
sure it's a
Fox's
boy?
sons. Yeah, they're all boys.
Okay.
So these are Megan.
What is her-
This is from Robbie Starbuck. I don't know who he is though.
Okay.
He
What about the
seems-
kid's father? It was the guy from Beverly Hills, no?
I don't know
Brian
who it
Austin Green, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
his
that's his name. So these are Megan Fox's sons. We used to live in the same gated community, and our kids
these are
played
all
at the
boys.
park. I saw two of them have a full-on breakdown, saying they were forced by their mom to wear girls' clothes as their nanny tried to console them. It's pure child abuse. Pray for them. Why he chose to say this? Because he says we used to live together. Now, I mean, he's up for election or something, right? He's making a fuss. And then she answers, I really don't want to give you this attention because clearly you are a clout chaser.
Yeah, I see it.
I agree with that, probably. But let me teach you something. Irregardless, which is wrong, by the way, it's regardless in this instance, of how desperate you may become at any given time to acquire wealth, power, success, or fame, never use children as leverage or social currency. I agree with her.
Okay.
Especially under malevolent and erroneous pretense. Here's where it gets questionable. Is it erroneous, right? Exploiting my child's gender identity to gain attention in your political campaign
Oh, for
has put
fuck's
you on the wrong side of the universe. Look, she didn't say she's not forcing them. The chances
Yeah.
that you could have one kid out of 3 who has a gender dysphoria issue are, I don't know what they are. Let's say
Not at
20.
that
whatever.
age.
No, let's say it's
Not at
20.
that
One
age.
of them's quite old. Let's say it's 20%, especially in today's day and age
Okay.
with the influences of society. To have 3 of them, though, that seems like a statistical improbability, impossibility.
Yeah.
You know what happened? I'll explain.
I think
to you
Jordan
exact-
Peterson has a good
No.
soundbite on this, actually.
On her.
here's
on
what
this,
happened.
about this type of situation.
Yeah.
Here's what happened.
And I'm sure he'll speak on it.
She apparently she wasn't getting cast in movies anymore after Transformers or something. Some
No,
shit
she
happened.
walked away because she got super aggressive with the industry.
Yeah, she got aggressive, but that's why they
Didn't
tossed
she
her to the side.
recently
No, they
star in
tossed her to the
something?
side.
Wasn't she?
No, she stepped
Now
aside.
she's been getting famous again, and she wants to be in shit. So she's doing shit like this. She's going
Everything
with,
you're saying is possible. Is it
it's-
probable? I don't know, but you're just guessing. Admit it. You're
But
guessing.
you see it all the time with these big celebrities. 'Cause
Forget
every
what you
time-
see in
every
comparisons.
time-
Do you have any evidence? I'm not trying to shit on you. I kind of agree with you. Do you have any evidence to support this?
Well, the evidence is that she's woke, and she uses the same narrative that woke people do.
how?
What do you mean?
Is she that woke? I
And
haven't
now
heard her
she-
say
and now she's
much.
trying to spin. What's crazy is they use kids all the time, and now she's trying to spin it.
You
like the
realize I'm
other-
just playing devil's advocate, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but- and now she's trying to spin it like the other dude is using kids to gain.
Well, he
clout.
also is. It's possible because
No, but he's more commenting on.
he's known about
on the
this.
fact that it's
a
child
private
abuse.
issue. He's known about it.
But
Now
it is
he's
child
talking about
abuse.
it all
When
of a
you-
sudden.
when you force your kids to wear certain things.
They lived in the same gated community. He couldn't approach her and be like, "Hey, I overheard this. What's going on in your house?" Isn't that what a normal man does when he sees a child potentially being abused? You go to the parent, you go to the father, you go to the mother, and you say, "Hey, I saw this today at the park in our fucking gated community."
I don't know the protocol for that because I hear yelling. Me, I look a blind eye, bro. Me, I don't look.
Oh, I look. I'm curious.
Oh yeah. I'm up there. I'm like, "What's going on here?" What's this?
yeah.
Man, I go, that's
This
none
kid
of my.
just copped a beating.
Oh,
Did he
I
deserve
fucking
it?
stare
I
like
go, that's none of my business, and I keep going about my day. So I'm not like that.
Like if I see a child in potential danger,
Especially if it's a kid, I'm gonna look.
or
I'm
a
gonna,
woman.
yeah.
I mean,
Like if I see a parent hitting his kid, I'll be like, I got that treatment too. Like you know,
Look,
today it's a little awkward though.
look, a whack to the arm. You ask yourself, what did the kid do?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
but like a punch in the face.
Oh, well, no,
no. I'm
no,
like,
of
hey,
course
bro,
not.
take that shit at home where no one can
Michael
see.
Bay Hitler.
Okay.
That's his full name, Michael Bay Hitler. He just doesn't use Hitler because of the negative connotations. It's the bad press, bro. Michael Bay Hitler.
You didn't know that?
It's like Michael B. Jordan,
That's funny.
right? The B, you know what it stands for,
Michael
right?
B. Hitler.
You know what Michael B.
Michael B. Hitler.
You know what the B stands for in B. Jordan?
What?
You don't know?
No.
Look it up. You'll
Are you
see.
serious?
No way.
Look
That
it up.
sounds for something retarded.
Look it up. We're gonna wait while he looks it up.
La 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 la. No. Okay. Bakari.
And you know what Bakari means
No.
in Swahili, right?
Of noble promise.
No. Yes, of noble white promise. It's an Aryan name.
No, it just says of noble promise. It doesn't say of noble white promise.
You know what's sad?
It's fucking-
Of the three of us,
Are you saying black people can't be noble? You racist fuck.
the only person in this room who gets paid for this show is him.
That's not true. That's not true. I don't get paid for this.
You get paid for doing shows, for
Yeah,
producing.
of course.
You're on some kind of
I do
retainer
everything.
situation, aren't you?
I do. I go everywhere he goes. I go. If I go, yeah.
You get paid to be his
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Of
This
course.
is part of being his guy.
Yeah.
I pay to be here.
No, but I don't get paid specifically.
I actually pay money to be here.
I don't get paid specifically for this.
No, not specifically, but
It's
you.
part of the package.
Why did you ruin the joke? It was a
It's
good
a
joke.
package
because
deal.
fuck you. That's why.
Oh,
Okay,
he
let's
did choose violence today.
Okay, let's finish off with another thing that's happening.
By the way, before we
I
did the
did
morning
choose-
show,
I'm
he
sorry.
walked into my office and
Yeah.
he told me how he almost committed a hate crime today. What did you do? Some guy pulled him
Okay,
over
I'll-
and Poseidon went nuts.
No. So,
Like a
so,
cop?
So I'm on
No,
the,
no, a guy. He flipped him the bird. Poseidon pulled him over and he fucking put his dick in his mouth.
Bro, I emasculated him completely. Okay. So here, I'll tell you the story, George. So I'm on the service road. I'm driving, and this giant delivery van cuts me off, and then this other van that was, instead of waiting for his turn to turn, cuts off the delivery van, cuts me off. I get brake checked.
Well, he got the delivery breaks, then you're stuck behind the delivery truck.
Yeah, and now I try to veer to the left lane to pass everyone, and then he cuts me off again.
The
I
truck,
try to
the delivery.
the minivan that turned.
Oh fuck!
I pass the delivery truck. Then I try to veer to the right. Cuts me off again. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I wait until the downhill, you know, where on your way to Rockland, on the service road. I wait for the downhill. Bus lane, allegedly. I veer to the right past him. Flips me the finger. Goes, fuck you. You know? Man, I go,
How did you care? Why? Why did you care? Anyways, okay.
hold on. So I'm driving. I'm like, what a loser, you know? I keep driving. And then I slow down. I had to pull up into Pharmaprix to pull at Rockland to buy soles for my feet, for my shoes. And I'm gonna end up in prison. And I see he pulls into the gas station, the Esso. Don't I pull into the gas station? I walk out of the car. I go, bro, let me ask you, why you such a bitch? I go to him. Why you such a bitch? He goes, well, I had to turn. Bro, what you were tough behind the steering wheel now, pointing the finger. Point the finger now, bitch. And he just started walking. I go, yeah, walk away, clown. Like
First of all, regardless of how tough you might be, today I wouldn't get involved in this situation with anyone. You don't know what the fuck they're carrying. You don't know how stupid or retarded they are.
Oh, you're still doing this?
Yeah.
I was reading the chat when I walked
Would
down.
you get out of your car and go
No.
confront the guy? Are you crazy?
Look, I have once.
no, when you
but
point
In the last 10
look, when
years,
you do-
I lost it once. I
cares?
got out of the car and I broke the guy's fucking side mirror.
No.
Anna was in the car with
Here's
a
the thing.
sprained ankle. She had. Remember I told you the story?
Oh, yeah.
I snapped. But the second I did it, I was like, "What? I'm sorry. Is your thought interrupting me while I'm talking?"
But I wasn't done, but it's okay. Keep going.
You weren't
Well, you're
speaking
gonna
when I
continue,
started.
bro. It's the same
Oh,
conversation.
okay, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's a dialogue.
Not a monologue, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you broke the mirror. Instantly regret it.
Like I just lost it. And
Yeah.
as I was doing it, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Look, I was safe. He wasn't packing.
That
he
guy
was a
got
Hasidic
scared.
Jewish
He
guy.
probably ran away.
No, he started to hit me with a car.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Stupid move on my part.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. What's this?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Phil looks a bit
So
pale.
no, but
I
here's
do
the
look a
thing.
little
Normally,
pale
I
on
don't
the
get
camera,
involved.
eh?
People get angry on the road. That's like whatever, you know.
I feel the rage just like
But
you.
the thing is, it's not. I wasn't even mad about it.
You wanted to assert your dominance.
It's not just that. It's because, bro, you point the finger. You. It's like keyboard warriors. You know what I mean? Today I had time. Like fuck you, bro.
Today I had time.
Point the
I had time to
Today
rectify
I
this
woke up
situation.
early. Do they actually care about
No,
coming
but-
into work?
It's impressive. Like,
Personally-
he did all that and he still got here early.
Personally,
Fuck, yeah.
personally,
And he dressed up.
as a even I get road rage. I don't point.
course you
I
do.
don't point the finger.
I've been in the car with you.
I don't point the finger to people.
I've done it. I've done the mudza many times.
I
the
only-
the mudza is my go-to.
because they don't recognize it. So like,
No, but the
my
moves
favorite
are-
is to blow kisses. When someone gets really aggressive with me, I
Yeah.
pull up next to them.
What,
I'm like,
no, what about you when you're like someone pisses
oh
you
no, I
off?
hang out. I'm like, oh fuck you. Like I just lose it. Anna gets really mad because my kids repeat and I
Yeah.
swear in Greek mostly.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I'm like we're driving. It's like someone cuts me off. I'm like malaka.
Isn't
Pusti adra, and my daughter goes, "Pusti adra."
Isn't it funny that your reflex is to go to Greek swearing?
I mean, that's Greek is my first language. I
It's-
learned it when I
it's
learned
amazing.
English when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like I was older.
Anyways, but I wasn't angry. I was very calm.
allegedly wrong.
Did I?
I'm not sure. It looks wrong for some reason.
ALLEGEDLY.
À la jeu de la ley.
Oh, I put an extra E
Allegedly.
by mistake. I put an extra E between the D
I
and
heard
the
P.
E.
Yeah, you wrote allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because I wrote it, I'm like, I think I spelled this wrong.
Allegedly.
Because I wrote it, and I'm like, I think I put one too many E's, and I googled it just
Allegedly.
now, and I got it wrong.
Like you've seen those videos, with it's like a black guy in the school, and he's trying to teach. I don't know if they're dumb or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, they're learning English.
Yeah. G O G L E. Guluguluguli. Like they spell it properly, but when they pronounce the word, Guluguli.
This is so random. It's gonna fucking kill the flow of the show, but it's funny for me, anyways. I was watching a TikTok this morning, and there's a guy dressed like an Arab, with the white, the Audi, the
Yeah.
Emirati look,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's from behind, and he's whipping something with a belt, and someone goes off camera. You can't hit your wife. He goes, of course I can. I am Abu Yusuf. And the subtitle says abusive, but his name says Abu Yusuf.
That's funny.
That's so stupid.
Well,
but I
that
laugh.
name, he probably is abusive.
That's the joke. Oh my god! Can you imagine though? You're driving, some car cuts you off, You pull the finger. You don't even think about it. You're like, fuck you, bro. You drive off. You stop to get gas. Poseidon comes out. And he's trying to emasculate you.
But I did. The guy was nervous, bro. He was like he closed in on himself like this, and he was doing this.
No,
with
he's
his
pretty
hands.
intimidating, man. This guy walks up to you and you don't know him.
And it wasn't a small man. He was a large man
Dressed like a
himself.
fucking mobster.
If Poseidon walked up to me, within about 8 words, I'd look at him and I'd be like, go ahead. Hit me.
I wouldn't do that.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I wouldn't know that he's poor and I can't take anything from him, but I would let him hit me first. 100%. Especially at a
wouldn't.
gas station where there's a camera.
it would never come to that. Me, the
Amazing.
whole point of that was to emasculate him. I don't even want him to swing first. I don't even want to get into a scrap.
So see, that's why they would work, because I know your type. You didn't want to fight. You just wanted
No.
to make him feel small. So what my response would be like, all right, bro, hit me. And you'd be like, wow, I didn't want to hit him. He's not scared of me. That would make you angrier. You'd probably hit me.
No,
I'd fucking take you for a ride after.
I have way too much control.
If you have zero control. I've seen you lose it.
Yeah, yelling, but not physical violence. Last time I lost it, I was 15.
Let's finish up on some other
And
news.
it was to my uncle. He told me no one would ever know. It would be our secret.
There's a bill up in Ottawa that will most likely pass. It's in the Senate.
Bill Johnson?
No, Bill C-18, and that's the bill that that wants to limit Facebook and Google.
Isn't that C11?
No, that's C11 is on content,
Right,
online
yes,
content.
yes.
This is to control, this monopoly that Facebook and Google have, especially when it comes to media, because a lot of the smaller.
Not really a monopoly, though. It's such a weird
Here's the
explanation.
thing, because I don't know if you guys noticed today, and depending on the media that you follow, if you go on Facebook, Facebook blocked all media in Canada. So let's say TVA,
can't share
Journal de
anything?
Montréal, La Presse, any one of these medias that have a Facebook profile, they have limited outreach. Like their content has been blocked by Facebook. In
But what
protest,
if I were to go to their website and I
On the
want to
website
share,
it's different.
and share their story to my Facebook?
it won't show.
Really?
Yeah, it won't show.
Interesting.
Maybe it will because it's very limited. So I don't know what they decide to limit or not. But this is in protest of this bill probably passing. And so obviously the government wants to protect the big media guys because they're like, fuck, they're taking our content, they're putting it on Facebook. Nobody's paying for. How come they're not paying us to share this, right? I mean, we have to pay.
It's hard to explain because it doesn't make sense.
It is
Because Facebook or Google, in this instance, is a rack. It's a magazine rack. It's just where they put their papers, right? Think about it.
Yeah, I would think of it differently. I would think of it in the sense that using these platforms helps you make money.
Yeah.
So why would you fucking why would you charge Facebook? Like they're doing you a
Doesn't make
favor,
sense.
right? But their argument is that you're taking our content and you're
Who's they?
Facebook.
Yeah.
It's mostly Facebook. You're allowing our content to be displayed on your platform. We're not getting money from it. Like what you said before, if you take an article from La Presse and you share it on Facebook, that's visibility. It's on Facebook.
But
Facebook is probably going to make money off it.
But they're saying that it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm trying to explain
the
it.
media, from what I understand, and I could be completely wrong, but the way I understand is that they don't feel like they're getting, well, they're not getting any share, but it's their content. They're thinking if my content is shared on your platform and you're making money as Facebook, right, off it,
They're not making it directly off that. It's just one of the many things that are on there.
well, still, they're making whatever revenue, even
But
if
there's
it's
no ads.
even if it's a fraction.
On articles.
Well,
So,
I've got it. Look, if you're,
wait,
yeah.
pause. I find out the press article on Facebook. I click it. I go to the article and I read it, right?
Okay.
Yes? There are ads on the La Presse site. They have ads. Just like newspapers have
Yeah.
ads. They make money off that, right?
No, but yeah,
No,
okay,
stay
okay.
with me. Correct? So far, so good.
Mhm.
Facebook doesn't place ads on the article, but as you're scrolling, there are ads.
Do they not though?
No, how? It's not hosted there. Where did the ad go? Right? When
Yeah.
you share a link, you go to the link. You're leaving Facebook.
Right.
I mean, it still stays in that pop-up browser.
Right.
And I guess maybe they could.
I don't
Maybe
know.
there are ads there. I don't think so, though.
And
I
what
think
if it's
those are the La Presse ads.
And what if it's a video, like a news clip
no ad?
that you're playing it on
Oh,
Facebook?
the preloaded ads. There's ads.
You know?
Yes, there is ads.
Anyway,
But still, you're still getting fucking views, you dumb
you're still
fuck.
getting visibility, right? I mean, it's still your art, and so for some reason, the big media
This is a mistake
companies.
on Canada's part.
Well, see, Facebook did the same thing in Australia. I'm not so sure what happened though in Australia. I don't know if
I
Australia
remember it
backed,
happening, but I don't
backed
know what
down
happened.
from that because Facebook blocked every fucking news outlet from using their platform, which is serious. Because forget about the big guys. The big guys, let's say they have their own platform, La Presse, Journal de Montréal. They have their online thing. And Journal de Montréal, La Québécois, is really well done. I don't know if you've gone there. Like you go on their website, they have the Cube Radio. On the Cube Radio, they have link. Like it's really, really well done. Like their
Okay.
platform, right? But what about the small guys? Like, let's say, for example, you look at like a guy like Parkex News, for example, who depends so much on Facebook because they publish their stuff on Facebook to get visibility.
Bad example, because in my opinion, that's a good thing that he's blocked.
No, but you have other small. He's not so bad. You have other small.
How many
local,
pages is his paper?
the Parkex News is horrible.
How many pages is any of the papers he makes?
No, the Greek
20?
one. The Greek one is pretty.
20, 25 pages?
No, the Greek one is pretty. But the Parkex News is garbage.
Okay, but-
it's like 7-8 pages.
So, and 7 or 8 of those pages are ads.
Yeah.
There's no news in these papers. It's just ads
like
and
yeah.
obituaries.
Yeah,
Which
like
they charge for.
There's like a report on what happened at city council.
Bullshit. These guys make these newspaper guys, these old school newspaper guys who were running these little local papers. They were making fucking hand over fist bang.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, they're losing a lot. But look, a lot of the like, see, there's like
They should be losing it. It's no longer relevant.
Yeah. Well, look, you have some smaller papers, like regional, local papers that have survived, sort of, whatever. They're making ends meet, and they're using these
Like
platforms.
the Chamonix News.
I don't know.
Isn't that him also? He has a little fucking. He's like a little tiny Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Like in a microcosm.
He has a lot. He has Shaman News, he has Laval News,
Laval
he has
News,
the
Shaman
Parkex
News, Parkex News,
he has
the
the
Greek
Greek
one.
one.
The guy's a fucking
I don't
Citizen
know-
King.
I don't know if he has the South Shore News. He used to have them. I'm
Citizen
not sure.
Kanakis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Fucking guy.
So a lot of these smaller media guys that they've been using these platforms to get their stories out, and
Yeah.
they're getting some sort of visibility.
Like would
Now-
Pantelis be blocked? Is he considered a news outlet?
I
He
don't
talks
know.
news.
I don't know.
Would this Just Things page be blocked? I should check. It's still active. Let's see.
Check.
I think it was news and something. Let's check it out. You're looking at naked chicks again?
I was, and now,
I was not expecting that.
and then all of it. Now I'm looking at an aftermath of a van attack, and some dude
Where?
lost his leg. I
It's
don't
funny
know.
how you're just elsewhere while we're having a fucking show here.
Well, because I try to look for stuff on Twitter, and then, bro, it's crazy shit pops out sometimes. Like,
Did you find your stuff?
Like the hot
crazy
chick
shit.
dancing, and next thing you know, she has a dick pop out.
No, like I found Iggy Azalea's account, and I'm looking at pictures of her in bikinis in her media, and then I click on one of her pictures, and there's literally, dude, like the wildest shit on Twitter is insane, dude.
It seems like this Just Thing is not blocked.
One of the pictures, one of the
Like, does
first,
it work?
Hold on, dude.
Yeah. Does it work on the category that you put? Like
I don't
if
know.
it's a
That's why
news thing?
I'm not aware. So I wanted to. It's the only one that I have that falls into that. It seems like it's live. I mean, can someone else check? There's the Facebook page because I'm signed in, right?
So look, listen 2 seconds. As she goes, falling off never looked so good, and it's her in a picture of a bikini. I'm like, what does she mean by that? Falling off never looked so good, bro. I click on the picture to look at the replies, and then, dude, one of the first pictures. Oh, it's gone now. That's weird. Was
the
a
music.
dude holding his dick, being like, "Yo, let's make content." It's a bunch of OnlyFans chicks. I scroll down. Oh, there he is, holding his dick. And then
just saved it.
This just thing.
Yeah.
And then going more down is this chick just spreading her ass cheeks apart, replying to this image where she's talking about falling off, meaning like falling off her music career. Like, it's just insane.
I think they're talking about falling off the wagon, like drinking again.
No, she was talking about like falling off like her music career.
It's time for us
Like
to
your
fall
page
off.
is still there, but what I'm wondering is that
Wild shit, bro.
are the posts and videos going to pop up in my feed if ever you do one?
I don't know.
Twitter is insane, bro.
Turn on the music.
God damn.
What if I go to La Presse?
Well, that's it for Wednesday's show. George talked about some stuff that bored the hell out of me. Then we had an argument. It got interesting because ultimately I feel for George the way a father feels. Disappointed because I know he has the potential. He has the capacity and the intelligence to understand that it's a farce. But he likes to play in the sandbox. And that's okay. Because him and Salim, they have politiquement parlant, where they have these type of conversations, but they also they're both indoctrinated. So they have these conversations that they can have him and he can get it out. And I was hoping that he would get that shit out there so we can have real conversations here. Yet to be determined. Maybe he needs more followers, but I heard that he's doing pretty well on that one. Better than the
follow
daddies
us.
ever did.
Yes.
Go follow them. Politiquement Parlant, Samir and George, Salim and George, the Poseidon 69, the rage-filled fucking accident waiting to happen of a producer over here. He is the only one of us who makes any money on this show, unless you ask him about it, because it's not directly for that, which I guess I was wrong.
What?
Right? What? He also doesn't listen to me when I talk, apparently.
Huh?
My name's Phil Balbounce, balbounce.com. You can find out stuff about me. We can make it with JOs and all kinds of fun stuff. Panteliscomedy.com is where you can get all the tour dates for the summer. There's a lot going on. Patreon.com/Pantelis is where you can get early access and Patreon exclusive content. It's like OnlyFans, but not porn. It's funny.
Exactly.
It's Only Funnies. That's what it should be called, Only Funnies. And that's about it. I mean, George, you have anything to add?
No, that's it.
Sounds about right. Thank you.
Take care, guys.